ask you what you thought were the roles, purposes, relevance of student unions, both at the undergraduate and GSTA, which means Graduate Student Teaching Assistant level.
Well, student unions have acted as one here, which has been pretty successful. And they're all over the world. Just take the Western Hemisphere. In Chile, there have been very impressive student strikes going on for a couple of years now against the deadening residue of dictatorship. The dictatorship is formally gone, but the impact of it remains in the educational system too. There have been very lively student protests, student unions. Up in Canada, as I mentioned, Québec protests have a lot of impact, and it certainly can be done. I think you can tell me more than you can say a lot more than I can, but there is a student graduate union here, which I understand has been pretty effective in maintaining some rights for graduate student workers. So sure, I think traditionally unions have been not only in the forefront of gaining and protecting workers' rights, but also in the forefront of democratizing the society. And I think that's one of the main reasons why there's such a relentless attack on unions, particularly in the United States. The U.S. has a very violent labor history, much worse than other industrial countries. It's a business-run society for a lot of reasons. And there have been periods of very effective union organization. I mentioned one in the 19th century with the Knights Labor and Farmers Alliance. That was beaten back primarily by Woodrow Wilson's Red Scare. In the 1920s, the labor movement was almost destroyed. There's a great book on it by the leading labor historian in the United States, David Montgomery, died recently. It's called something like The Rise and Fall of American Labor. The fall that he's talking about is the 1920s, when the labor movement was so devastated that right-wing visitors from England and Australia were shocked by it and wrote about the state of American workers. Well, in the 1930s, it revived and it revitalized the society. That's why you get the New Deal measures and the effect that they had. And that can happen again. In schools too, universities too.
Thank you. So I am one of those overworked